Hey everyone, today we're going to give you some tips, tricks, and a little review of the Port of Miami. Let's go talk about it. Hey everyone, John here from Bite Size Cruises. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk all about the Port of Miami. We're going to give you some tips and tricks. We're going to try to get into the ins and outs of the port. We've done a few videos on the Port of Miami. So every time I do it, I want to give you a little bit more information and kind of have it be a little more centered around tips for getting there, things to do there, those type of things. So let's talk about the Port of Miami. It is about 10 miles from the airport. However, it does take a while to get there depending on the day that you're going. If you're going really early in the morning, if you're going around noon, you're going to hit some traffic. It's going to take you roughly 30 minutes to get there from the airport. Hit or miss. There's like a few merges there that really back up. Depends how aggressive your Uber driver is or you are. So keep in mind, there could be 6 to 9 ships there. It's very congested, especially once you get into the port. Sometimes it's better, especially if you're going out of Royal Caribbean, sometimes it's better to just have them drop you off fairly close and then you can kind of walk the rest of the way. I've wound up sitting in the car for 10 minutes waiting to get to the port. So just some tips there. So let's talk about the terminals there. If you are wondering like, hey, I'm going to the Port of Miami, but I'm not sure what terminal I'm at, always check your reservation. It will have the terminal number in there or it will give you information which is the exact address. If it doesn't for any reason and you're just curious as to what the terminals are, Terminal A is Royal Caribbean. Terminal AA or AAA, AA is going to be MSC's brand new terminal. It is huge and it is beautiful. Terminal B is going to be Norwegian Cruise Line. Terminal C is kind of shared by Disney and MSC right now. D and E are going to be Carnival. They are the large ones. Carnival's really large ships in the Excel class are going to be Terminal F. J is going to be all your fancy schmancy cruise lines, so Oceania, Regent, those nice ones, smaller ships. And then V is going to be Virgin. Those are your different terminals for the cruise port. Now, if you get in ahead of time, we always like to talk about hotels. Generally, my recommendation is going to be to stay closer to the airport if you are kind of concerned about budget. The hotels by the airport are definitely going to be cheaper than the hotels in Miami Beach or in Doral or really close to the cruise port there. However, you can find some hidden gems. There's a little Havana one that is really nice. I stay in the EB Hotel a lot, which is close to the airport. It's about 15 minutes from the cruise terminal. It's about 10 minutes from the airport. To me, it's like very well located there. Depending on what you're doing, if you fly in the day before or if you're staying for a few days, those are good ways to save a couple bucks. If you really want to get down to the terminal and you want to be a little bit closer, the Intercontinental is amazing. However, most of the time they're going to require you to stay several days there in order to book there. So there are some amazing hotels in the area. Do some due diligence, always look them up. I try not to book anything less than like an 8.5 on Expedia if you're looking at the reviews there, and I always go in and kind of dig through them to see what is going on. But there are plenty of great options in that area. Now, as far as things to do, we talk about Miami Slice Pizza all the time. It's great. It's down in the Arts District. There are tons of great, obviously, restaurants. If you can go to the beach, there are great things to do there. If you would like to catch a Heat game or go to a concert, the Kaseya Center is actually super close to the port. It's right before the bridge that takes you over there to the port. That's a really cool spot, and there are just a ton of fun things to do while you're in Miami. There are tons of little outdoor malls and different cool things that you could see. The Freedom Building, there is no shortage of things for you to do in Miami. Now, if you want to get to the terminal and get there a little bit early, if you're worried about the traffic, there's a really small park there. So if you are going down there and you get there early, you'll see a lot of crew members jump off and they hang out there. They might be playing basketball or soccer or doing something fun there. There's also a little restaurant there. So if you do get there early, you just want to make sure you get there, but you don't want to get in line or show up really early. That's a good place to head to. Again, just try to avoid the confusion. Getting on any of the ships from there, the terminals are usually very efficient. They do this every single day, so they're pretty good at that. And then disembarkation, when you're getting off the ship, same thing, it's very simple. I tend to make sure that if I'm going the night before to get to the ship, I schedule an Uber. When you get off the ship and you're coming out, you have a couple choices. If you're going back to a hotel or something, Uber's gonna be your easiest choice. Or if you are doing the airport, my suggestion is always either do Uber or Lyft, or as soon as you get off the ship or before you get off the ship, you can always pay for a transfer through the cruise line. It's usually about 35 bucks. They'll get you right to the airport. I did that with MSC last time. It cost me $35 and I was in the airport in 25 minutes from getting off the ship. So all depends on what your preference is to do those type of things. Last but not least, let's talk about parking. If you are parking there, it's gonna range you anywhere from $22 to $30 per day. There are plenty of lots. However, I do recommend you get there early if you're gonna park at the port. Otherwise, there are independent lots around the area as well that will shuttle you over. And last but not least, it's always kind of an economic thing to look at parking at your hotel and see if you can do a park and stay where they will shuttle you over to the port. A lot of the hotels in the area do have a shuttle to the cruise port, or they mostly all have a shuttle to the airport. So those are some tips and tricks for the Port of Miami. If you have any questions, fire them in the comments below. We're happy to answer them. We go out of Miami at least 5 or 6 times a year. So we're constantly going to try to update these videos and make them better for you. If there's things you think we should include in the next one, please put it below. Thanks so much, everybody. We really appreciate you watching. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Thanks. Bye.